Hello and good evening, everybody. Well, we got Tony in. Tony has already put a big bloody message in. Let's have a look, Tony. Hi, Taff. Good win for us on Friday. Playoffs back on. If we win our game in hand, we're about 4 points off. It's for its inconsistency, but we can get points from every game. Now, we may have a chance. We may have a chance, but if we win our game in hand, we will actually be 3 points away. Believe it or not, only three. We're only 6 points behind as far as I'm aware at the moment. So QLD, our newest subscriber from the cup draw earlier, is on. Right, for those of you who don't know who this guy is, this is Matthew Larkham. Matthew Larkham is a lifelong county fan. I've known him ever since I've been going, and he also volunteers on the halftime draw. So Matthew is one of our halftime draw sellers, and he is county through and through, even though he's wearing a Liverpool top right now.
And he gets stick because he's never behind the
Yeah. So Matthew's the one that everybody moans about because he's never behind the hazel stand for the people who go up into the seats. But then that's only because we've only got a team of 6, and if we're ever a man down, that is where we sacrifice because we sell less there. Pure and simple as that. Yeah. So Dylan, thoughts on the Cheltenham game? Very good. Well, not very good. Very good 3 points. Very, very poor football match, if I'm being honest. I didn't enjoy the game itself. I think a lot of people switched off, especially our lot. And I think, we got to the point where Rob Taylor was actually doing raps by himself. Jesus. And what was it? I ended up singing along with him on singing one of our old reggae favourites, Baby Come Back, from my old school disco days. Yeah. So I actually enjoyed that, but I didn't really enjoy the football, if I'm being honest. But anyway, guys, this is a football chat, not just a Newport County chat. Let's not allow Newport County to dominate this as it always does. It's always going to, I suppose. Yeah. But let's talk about some other things as well. Liverpool, narrow win against Fulham. Obviously, for those of you who joined us earlier, we had the cup semi-final draw. What do you guys make of the teams that got through? Do you feel sorry for Millwall, or do you think they should have held on to their lead? Was it their goalkeeper's fault that they didn't? There's a lot to talk about tonight, guys. Celtic 95th minute winner to get the win over Dundee. Jesus. Bloody hell. Mad. So here we go. Ellis Williams, or Weedy Weed, is in. Not you again. Sentiments are exactly the same on my side, Weedy Weed. Trust me. Arsenal top 4. I'm gonna let you have this one, Matthew. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon Arsenal have top 4. They got a decent team, and I don't think Man City or Chelsea will catch them, especially the way Chelsea are playing anyway.
You mean Man United?
And Chelsea, they haven't been playing well over there.
Well, yeah, but then you said Man City.
Oh, did I? Yeah, Man United.
See, look, he's a noob. I told you all he was going to be a noob.
There you go.
He'll get past this. Don't worry. So.
But yeah, so
you think Arsenal are going to finish top 4?
Yeah, they'll get 4th, I reckon, because it'll be.
Who's finishing 3rd?
Tottenham.
Tottenham
will get 3rd.
Yeah, Tottenham
and then it'll be Liverpool or Man City for first and second.
Yeah, which one though? Go on the spot.
I'm gonna have to go Liverpool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to.
You can't sit there wearing a Liverpool top and say they're not going to win the league.
I've got to go Liverpool, haven't you?
So talking about Liverpool, thoughts on Liverpool today. This is from Tony. Thoughts on Liverpool today and their chances on Champions League and Premier League. Now, I was talking to Matthew before we started this about the conversation I was having with you guys earlier on the cup draw stream with regards to Liverpool and City. Now, the way it's worked out is that Liverpool and City could meet each other in the final. Now, I think whoever wins the Premier League is going to lose to the Premier League rival in the final. But Matthew has other ideas.
Well, I reckon whoever wins the Premier League might have the momentum then going into the Champions League final and could win the Champions League final because they know then, right, they've gone, well, we say like Man City win the Premier League, they could go, well, we beat Liverpool. Yeah. We could do it again, let's just show them how good we are. Well, it could be the other way around. Liverpool could go, look,
but then neither of them may not even make the final. Yeah. I mean, Tottenham could shock City like Liverpool did last year. I mean, you've still got Juventus on their side of the draw. Could Cristiano Ronaldo be, the deciding factor, come back to haunt Man City like when he was in his Man United days? You never know, guys.
But you can't rule out Man United out because look what they done to PSG, where they turned that 2-0 deficit round, didn't they?
Oh yeah, mate. And you can't count Man United out, but no. Barcelona are going to be a tough tie for them, aren't they?
Is it home or away first?
Oh God. Does anybody know that? I can't think off the top of my head. I think it's home first,
If it's
So-
home first, I think Man United might have a good chance of.
Well, I always
Yeah.
find home second's the best because
Yeah, because
you're fighting for the result, the final result, then in
Yeah.
front of your home crowd. So QLD, what you up to tonight, Taff? I'm out for a meal with the missus, mate. no, I'm obviously doing a stream and then not a lot else. Back in work tomorrow. Elliot 243 Tranmere won't give Norwood up. I'll tell you what, if the right money comes in for him, mate, I don't think you'll have much of a choice.
Yeah.
That's just what it's like in League Two when you've got a top striker playing for you. You know, we've suffered it when we had Connor Washington. Fair enough, we ended up making a full million out of him, of $500,000 initial transfer fee, and then we made another $500,000 off him when he was eventually sold on to QPR.
That's what I'm worried about with Hammond.
I think Ammon's a bit late in the game to go for a big money fee. I think unless we get 200k for him, we won't let him go. But then if we did get 200k, we'd have to.
Yeah.
Because at his age, we're not going to get that much.
No.
But then anything less than 200k is no point letting him go for anything less than that.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
unless he wants to, of course. Dan Short, hi Taff. I see Bournemouth had 7 pitch invaders again. What are your thoughts on this? Plus, I see David Espina has been rushed to hospital. All right, we'll go through the pitch invaders one first. I think pitch invaders, I think it depends on the occasion and the reason for doing it. Now, if it's out of the blue for whatever reason, they're on their own, yeah, it's wrong. I think if it's a collective pitch invasion in celebration, I don't think that should be frowned upon in any way. I can't see a problem with celebrating on a pitch if you're celebrating a survival of relegation or a promotion or a title win or a cup win, something like that. Except Wembley, you can't pitch invade Wembley.
No.
You know, unless if you're Millwall, you can do whatever the hell you want, like, you know.
Jesus.
But David Espina, I haven't heard anything about that. I'm gonna have to do some digging on that. But you say he's been rushed to hospital. Do you have any other details, mate? Dylan, I was there, and Charlton fans aren't very good. To put it lightly, yeah, I think Charlton fans are pretty shit, if I'm being honest.
yeah.
But there we go. Football on Friday was terrible. Absolutely. Thoughts on Crew beating Crawley 6-1.
Jesus.
If I can remember right, Crew, didn't they win 6-1 or 6-0 on the opening game of the season at home?
Jesus. It's mad,
Yeah.
that is.
So it just goes to show, you know, I mean, we lost 6-0 at home to frickin' Yeovil.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, right, 6-0, but we sent you down. I hope we get to sing that to them,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, Crew, I mean, it just goes to show, I mean, this league is so effed up. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, look at Colchester. Colchester, and is it the last 4 games? It's always been 3-0.
Yeah.
Because they've
yeah.
won 1 3-0 and lost 3-0, damn they?
Yeah, that's right.
It's just
It's
mad.
quite typical. That is freaking us, so they beat 3-0.
Yeah.
Bastards. And Newbley had to score against it,
I
didn't he?
know.
At least he didn't celebrate. Fair play to him,
No,
respect.
that's nice,
Tony, also Swansea was robbed. Completely agree.
Yeah.
Did you see that yesterday? If they had VAR at the game, do you think Man City would have gone out? That's a good question for you guys. If VAR was at the Swansea game yesterday, do you think they would have gone out? Craig, evening all. Evening, Craig.
Evening.
Marcus May, how much longer do you think Sarri will last at Chelsea? If he doesn't go down, if he doesn't get sacked tomorrow, then it'd probably be the next time he loses a game. I don't know how much longer he can last because Abramovich have usually wielded the axe by now, so I'm quite surprised he's still there.
And with the transfer ban as well, they got to come in.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
not gonna, but the thing is, who are they going to sign if they've got a transfer ban?
Well, they can't, can they?
No one's going to want to come into a football club if you haven't got the money to give them to buy in the transfer window.
Yeah.
So they might even have to stick with City for 2 years.
They
Try
might
and
have to,
stick-
but then
stick out with it.
does the transfer ban apply on appointing managers?
No,
Because
but-
Sarri could just resign.
But that's what I mean. But if you was a manager and you had to go into a club with a 2-year ban, you're not going to want to go because you can't bring in the players you want.
Now, does anybody know whether it's a 2-year ban or a 2-window ban? Now, we're not quite sure which is which, but the thing with Chelsea at the moment, they're quite hit and miss, aren't they?
Yeah.
And Hazard had a fantastic start of the season, but he's gone right off the boil lately, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for his standards at least, anyway.
I
So,
think he just wants out.
Hazard will go,
Yeah, I think
but then
he just wants out. And
that's
so,
the thing, though. They won't be able to sign a replacement, so they'll need to keep Willian, who's rumoured to be leaving as well, and then obviously Bayern Munich going to come in for Hudson-Odoi. Could Chelsea lose 3 good forward players and not be able to replace them?
And you've got to think of Higuain as well, as only on loan.
Higuain's only on loan as well. So does the transfer ban apply to loan players as well?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't
Oh,
know.
there's some good questions there,
Yeah.
and you guys can go ahead and try and find some answers for us on that if
Yeah.
you want. Howard saying hello to you, Matthew.
Right, Howard.
Oh, Howard, what about me, mate? For fuck's sake. Megan Young, Brighton weren't offside. Correct, yeah. Did you see the Brighton game?
No, I didn't watch that one.
Brighton basically went to penalties, but Brighton, right before they went into extra time,
Yeah.
scored, but was ruled out for offside.
way.
But it was onside.
Oh.
It was onside.
That's mad.
Feels firm is in. Hi, good to see you again. Matthew, Run, you seem like a nice bloke. You don't want to catch AIDS from this thing called Chris. I tell you what, like whenever anybody brings up the word AIDS, it reminds me of Team America. Now, who watched Team America? I thought it was one of the funniest films I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And obviously, you got the musical, which the main character is in right at the beginning. He's an actor, because that's what they do. They employ an actor to be a spy, because being a spy is basically acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the old theory behind that. But obviously, the ending song to his musical is a song called "Everyone Has AIDS." And I think it's funny as shit. It's the makers of South Park who made Team America, and I think South Park is one of the best things ever made.
Oh, yes.
And Team America is one of the funniest films ever made. But yeah, weedy wee. Thank you for giving me something to talk about other than abusing you, you know. But AIDS, nice one. Yeah, it's getting better, mate. Dan Short, Poole played Merthyr yesterday. Are they close to you guys? Yeah, Merthyr's just under an hour away, and to be honest with you, usually when we don't play, we tend to go up to Merthyr, but I can't go this season, keeping my money for getting hitched in September. Luke Canty, do transfer bans work, and are Chelsea on a downward spiral if Hazard leaves? Well, a transfer ban didn't stop Chelsea doing what they did before again, so it obviously doesn't work. And then if they lose their best player, they're definitely on a downward spiral unless they can adequately replace him. So the possibility of Zidane swapping Bale for Hazard, could that be an ideal swap for Chelsea?
Yeah, because that won't count with it, because it's just a swap deal, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
So, should do, yeah.
Payment is a player, so Chelsea aren't initiating a transfer, they're collecting.
So it'd be just, there
you go.
It's not a bad shape.
So, yeah. Craig Owe, I was working today, so missed all the footy. Well gutted for the Swans last night. They were robbed. Completely agree. Completely agree. Juve and Liverpool in the final. Interesting one.
That could be a good one.
Oh, I tell you what, that'd bring up some old blood from 1983, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That'd be hell of a... But, as I said, it could be out, it could be anyway. It could be anyway, because it could even be Juventus Barcelona in the final for all we know.
Exactly.
Because we might not get past Barcelona.
Absolutely.
If we beat Porto.
Yeah.
You never know.
But then Man United might beat Barcelona, and it could be Liverpool, Man United semi-final.
Yeah, well, you could even go to as far as say it could be a Manchester Derby final.
Manchester Derby final as well. That's a thought.
Or Juventus, Man United.
Liverpool also got to beat Porto. Porto look better this year than last.
That's what I mean.
Bobby Beckford, Liverpool back first. Mo Salah needs to regain his good form if they want to win the league. They'll completely agree with that. And I don't know what it is with Salah, but whenever he's on the ball now, I don't feel confident that he's going to do anything good with it.
Yeah.
You know, he gives the ball away a lot. He misses good chances a lot, and he's obviously trying to break this goal scoring duck of his at the moment. He's obviously on a bit of a drought, and he's trying to put an end to that. And there's many times where he could be laying Mane off, and he doesn't, trying to score his goal, and he loses the ball again.
It's like watching the game earlier. There was one chance we were on the counter, and it was like you had Liverpool on the attack, and you had Salah, Mane, and Firmino.
Yep.
And
that's exactly what I'm on about.
And he'd done it all himself. And it's like, if you had laid it off, you had two players to your left-hand side, you could have laid it off to.
And there would have been 3-1 game over.
3-1 game over. But no, he tries to do all himself. I know you're on the goal drought, but the goal, because you're a good player, you shouldn't need to worry about it and think, oh my God, I need to score. Look at you last year. Everything you touched was a goal. You still got that magic somewhere.
Still joint scorer in the Premier League with 17.
That's what I mean. So even
joint top scorer.
There you go. So he's joint top scorer. So he's still got the magic there somewhere. So he's just got to give him time.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't matter whether he's on form or not. Look at Manny.
Yeah.
Manny scored 9 in 9.
And if Manny wasn't on such great form,
where would we be?
Yeah, Liverpool may be out of the title race, and it could be City have won it by this point again, like last year.
Yeah.
But at least Liverpool are making it interesting because everybody hates on Liverpool at the moment and they're all begging for City to win, which I find quite immoral because City have been put together with, some rich idiot's money and not through years or
Yeah,
decades
and
and decades of hard work and graft, like,
Not being funny, people, as I say to people, Man City buy their way to the titles. I
Mm-hmm.
know Liverpool spent quite a bit in the summer just gone, but if you look over the last, say, I don't know, 3 or 4 seasons when Man City have won the title, how much have they spent in the window? It's 300 million plus
Yeah,
in
then
every window.
then Liverpool's made money is honest,
Yeah,
honest earned money,
yeah,
whereas Man City are having God knows how much money ploughed into them,
but losing money.
but then obviously just throwing someone's money away,
Yeah,
to bring these players in and pay them top dollar.
And it's just mad. But that's the thing as well. The difference they got between Liverpool and Man City is Man City got strength and depth. Because you look at their bench sometimes, they got De Bruyne, David Silva and all on there.
Yeah.
Compared to Liverpool's bench where we got Sturridge, Shaqiri, Origi,
Yeah.
Kate there, it's like Jesus.
Mm.
So
Anyway, United are home first in the Champions League, so I think
ooh,
going back to the new camp, I can't
No.
see United getting
No.
past Barcelona. You've got to think about it. Paris Saint-Germain had no Neymar and no Cavani, possibly their 2 best players. It's obviously Kylian Mbappe.
but
It's
they were
good,
there for the
but
second leg though, weren't they?
no, they weren't.
Cavani
No.
was on the bench, wasn't he?
Cavani was on the bench, but
Oh.
wasn't fit enough to
There
start.
you go, see. So
So I think if Barcelona are at full strength, Man United are going to struggle.
Jesus, yeah.
QLD saying it's good man. As a HD, Kenty will need new midfield next season. No one in there is reliable, always injured. Good point.
Yeah.
It is the midfield that's letting Kenty down. A lot like with Liverpool this season.
Yeah.
Newport County's midfield has been the letting down thing. I mean, the defence has done a good job when it's needed to.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper's been great. I know you don't like the idea.
No.
We're going to have a good debate about that later, don't you, Woody?
That's right.
But then the strikers have been scoring goals.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're not getting many goals from the midfield, are we?
No, not really. Not
And-
with the likes of Labadie, you've got Crofts as well, who's I don't think will play again because he just.
I actually spoke to him at Colchester and he reckons he's close to getting back.
Yeah.
I'd like to think he is going to be.
Because I thought when we signed him, I thought Jesus, we got a good signing in Crofts here
yeah.
with the amount of experience he's had from playing at the top level.
Yeah.
And in the Championship and all the leagues, I thought, Jesus, we got
And,
a hell of a signing.
international as well.
Yeah.
Obviously,
And when he
many caps for Wales.
and he knew Michael Flynn, so I thought, Jesus, we got a hell of a signing
Yeah.
here. But I'm not being funny. When he does play, I think bloody hell, he is actually a good player.
Yeah.
When he does play.
He just haven't been
But-
fit enough.
Yeah, he
This
just
season.
can't get in there. But would he get a spot if he did get in there with the midfield 3 we got?
That's the thing.
Would he get in there?
I mean, should Sheehan be playing more?
yeah, I do.
I
like
think Sheehan should be
I do
playing
like
more.
Sheehan.
I think Baconson, as good a player as he is, he's just not man enough
No.
for League 2 football at
The
the moment.
only downside I give to Sheehan is he's not strong. He gets pushed off the ball quite easy,
But he's a bit more streetwise. He knows the league a little bit better than
and
Baconson.
he's a bit more creative as well. He can pick a pass out.
Yeah.
Like there's a runner there, give it to him.
Well, the last 2 times he came off the bench before Friday, I believe he got an assist.
There you go. See.
And most importantly, the assist at Middlesbrough away
Yeah.
for Dolan's goal.
I mean, he come off. Was he come off the bench on that one as well?
Yeah, he came off the bench
There you go,
and
see.
assisted Dolan's goal. Dylan, about the County Cheltenham game, all I remember about the Cheltenham fans was one chant they did. Do more than that, I can't remember. I don't remember hearing them
No.
much at all. So, Hugo Son, Matthew, he actually spells it with 1 T, I'll have you know, Hugo. And La Clarion.
A Clarion.
Yeah.
No. It's Larkham.
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 Thoughts on Liverpool Porto? Liverpool should comfortably get through that tie, as they did last year. But Porto are better, but arguably so are Liverpool
Yeah.
than last year. Tony, Notts County were top of the league last season. Now look,
Jesus.
love the League 2 for that. I mean,
See.
yeah, I mean it's been an absolute fall from grace, hasn't it? And I think they got themselves to blame for sacking Kevin Nolan. He obviously had a plan for the season. It wasn't working out, but they were narrowly losing games, except for when they got pumped 4-1 by Yeovil.
There you go.
But then, it's just one of them things, like, you know. I mean, they sacked the manager. They bring in Harry Kewell. Didn't do as good a job. Sack him. Now they got another guy there. Or was it Neil Ardley? And
Yeah.
they're probably going to go down.
Talking about that, the Harry Notts County thing and Harry Kewell, why would you go from Crawley mid-table to bottom of the table team?
I think it's more of a club stature, the squad that they've got there, and
Yeah.
the finances behind them more than anything. But I think he fancied his chances at
Of trying to
at turning that team around, and
I
couldn't.
don't. Do you reckon they can stay in the league? Notts County.
They
Is
need
it-
they
is
need
it
to
not
start
that
winning.
far off, are
They
they?
need to start winning some games and
Yeah.
quick. But then, I mean, before Aaron Collins went there, I wanted Morecambe to go down, but I couldn't want Aaron Collins to get relegated.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I'd like to see Yeovil go down,
Could see Yeovil because Yeovil
But-
are dropping as well, ain't he?
but
So,
then that's one of our local games gone.
yeah.
You know, where we usually take a good amount of fans. Although I won't miss that open bastard terrace,
Oh,
especially when it rains. City are jammy. Well, they were yesterday,
Yeah.
but I mean, they show good character in coming back and all that. But then, you know, it wasn't a penalty, and Aguero was offside for the third. And if VAR was there, they wouldn't have had them goals. But how do we know they wouldn't have found their goals elsewhere?
True.
Tottenham's first game in their new stadium is April 3rd.
Jesus.
And considering it was supposed to have been at the beginning of the season, what an absolute shambles that was, eh?
I know it's mad. that
Weedy
is.
Weed's in trouble, getting Byrie to delete his messages. What are you saying now, Weedy? Dan Short, he collapsed with a head injury, mate. Oh, shit.
Ooh,
That's been it.
Jesus.
Well, let's wish him all the best.
I know. There was
So it's a 2-window ban for Chelsea, so
so
they can't buy anybody all of next season.
Jesus.
So if Hazard, Hudson-Odoi and Willian all go, they're fooked. They're going to have to use their loan players that they always loan out.
Well, if they do get rid of Siri, who would want to come in with that ban on with their shoulders?
Well, would it be an ideal time for someone like Eddie Howe to make the jump from Bournemouth? Is it time for him?
Yeah, because he can bring, because he likes to bring youth players up, don't he?
Yeah.
When he likes to. So yeah, could do.
That's a shame, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on Declan Rice choosing England over Ireland after playing in the Irish youth setup? I think he is English though, isn't he? And maybe choosing Ireland when he was younger meant maybe it was something to do with the fact that he weren't getting in front of some England players in the England setup. So we thought, well, maybe my best chance of being able to play international football is Ireland. But then if he is born in England and he's doing as good as he is and he feels as though he's good enough to play for England now, then maybe he's making the right choice for himself. Declan Rice also has 2 caps for Ireland's men's team, says Fields Firm. But it's got to be a competitive game that he's played in. He's obviously only played in friendly matches, but at the end of the day, it's up to him to choose. If he feels as though he's good enough to play for England, then if he's from England, then he should do what he feels is right. But then he is turning his back on
Ireland.
a decision he made earlier in his career. That's the only thing I got against
it. It's not down
it.
to him if he thinks he's good enough. It's down to Southgate.
Yeah,
isn't it?
down to
If
Southgate and
thinks he's good enough, then you got to put your faith in him and say, well, if he's good
Absolutely.
enough, he's good enough.
Thoughts on television about League One and League Two? Do you think they should have free, maybe even Sky Sports televise every game? I don't see why they don't take advantage of iFollow 2. I think if you televised all League One and League Two games, you'd see it affect attendances because people would opt to watch on the TV rather than go to the game itself. So I think it would have a detrimental effect to attendances in League One and League Two. Although there should be more games televised in a way of clubs making a little bit of money every season out of it. I think Sky, it wouldn't hurt for Sky to maybe add another football channel and maybe have where they got Sky Premier League, they got a Sky Football. Maybe they could have a Sky EFL and then maybe have one game from each of the Championship, League One and League Two, and then evenly distribute it. So every weekend. So the way it would work is that every team would get a couple of games on there and make money from it.
Or even just start, or even what they could do is do it during the internationals.
Yeah.
Because there's only going to be the internationals on.
Yeah.
And if you're don't really want to watch that, and there's League One and League Two teams playing, you could
You
do
should-
you
yeah.
could televise them, and as you said, give them a bit
Yeah.
more money at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
exactly.
just during the internationals.
Well, you could televise a few of them. You could maybe make get 3 games on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Or obviously, they usually do a Friday night game. So I'm gonna have one Friday night game.
Yeah.
Have 2 games on a Saturday, so an early kick off and a later kick off.
You've got 2
And
on
then
Sunday.
you could have 2 or maybe even 3 on the Sunday. You could have like a midday kick off, a 2 o'clock kick off,
And
and then
4 o'clock.
a 4 o'clock kick off. And then there's a way of spreading the Sky Sports wealth around to the lower leagues a little bit more, and paying each team exactly the same. So whether you're a Championship team, League One or League Two team, each
You
get
got-
the same.
yeah. But even not even Sky Sports, you got BT Sport as well in that.
Yeah.
That
BT
could do
Sport
something.
could do exactly the same as
Yeah.
well, and they could end up selling the rights across the world, because I'm sure there's people around the world that would want to watch. I mean, the likes of Newport County, for example. A lot of people from around the world were paying attention to Newport County because of the cup run.
There you
Now,
go.
if these lower teams go on these cup runs, and people from around the world may end up taking an interest in them. So there's a good chance that they could sell them on, and they could make some extra money, like they do in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't know what brought this thought on. I never really thought about this before, but
You're right,
it's a
that's
good point.
Good
It's
suggestion.
a really,
that is.
really good Tony. Nice one, mate. Craig Owe, just reading about Ospina, and he was taken off on a stretcher after collapsing during the match. He suffered a head injury when he collided with Pusetto early in the match. Shit, sounds bad. Let's hope he's okay.
I mean,
Russ Page, what do you think about the stick Baconson is getting off the fans? Now, I was talking about this with someone earlier. I think shouting at our players for playing poorly is only going to have a negative effect.
yeah.
It's only going to have a negative effect. Now, having an opinion on a forum or whatever is fine. Calling him whatever you want on a forum is fine. But when you're actually at the game and you're calling, our own players, the C word, which is, you do hear it,
Yeah.
it's only going to make them play worse. They're not going to want to work harder for you if you're abusing them.
Yeah.
You
They're
know?
just going to be like, oh, what's the point of me being here if you lot are just if you lot keep booing me or
And
abusing me? What's
exactly.
the point?
And then he's going to go back to Bristol City and say, oh, I got all this abuse going to Newport, it didn't do me any good. They're going to think, well, in that case, then we better stop sending players to Newport then.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
even just not even Newport, they might just stop sending players out on loan in general.
I don't think they'll stop sending players out on loan in general. I think people may not want to send players to us because we get a reputation for abusing their players and making them feel down.
Yeah.
You want them to be happy and enjoying their football, not down because the
Yeah.
fans are giving you stick because you're not playing to Premier League standard, which I swear some of our fans expect players to play
just-
sometimes.
You got to think. There's a difference between League Two and
Yeah.
and the Premier League.
There's a reason why these players are 3 divisions below,
Yeah.
the top end, and that's because they're not as good as them,
But the-
so they can't expect people can't expect them to produce the same as them,
But the thing is, I've seen worse players out there than him.
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
lot worse, and people are praising them, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know what you see in him. And there's a lot of the players in our league that are worse than him.
Yeah.
But
There we go. We Sevilla 2-2, nice bet. So did Sevilla draw 2-2 again, like they did for me when they were the only team that let me down on an accumulator the one time? I remember following up on my accumulator whilst doing this stream, and we found out that every team had won except for Sevilla, and they drew 2-2. So they must have drawn 2-2 again. And Weed wants to rub it in on me again. You little shit. Howard, okay, all right, Taff. Oh, better late than never, I suppose. Jeez. Craig Hoey, he then felt the ground shortly before half time, then stretched it off. So he obviously hit his head first, and then he just sort of went.
It got worse and worse.
Sake. Tony, people said if Coutinho left Liverpool, they will go on a downward spiral. Also, I doubt Bale will leave Madrid. He even said he wants to leave a legacy, and Zidane is a big fan of Bale. Now, I thought it was the other way around. I felt Zidane wasn't a fan of Bale.
Yeah.
I thought that was what it was all about. But when Zidane was there, and a bit why the Real Madrid fans don't like him, because Zidane didn't like him.
Yeah.
But I might be wrong about that. But then, Coutinho left. But then when Coutinho left, you had the likes of Salah and Mane and Firmino all performing.
But the thing is, with Coutinho, I thought he was on he didn't play as well as he did when he first joined us. So he was already on he didn't want to be there, so he didn't put in the performances like he used to.
Yeah, I felt
so,
that.
So
Like we
we
didn't
were
get,
still,
we didn't get the best from
yeah.
Coutinho.
So as you said, we still had the likes of all the other players coming through and
yeah.
performing better. So when he left, it just looked, it was like nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Just felt like nothing had that changed at all when he left.
So Tony, it's set up to be a huge final. Every team left would be good combination for an amazing final. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
the Champions League is looking pretty sweet this year. Tony again, Firmino went on a goal drought, but however, people still appreciated his assists he got and the effort he put in. Now he's scoring a bit more. Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, when you get players like Firmino, like Mane, because Mane didn't have a great season for goal scoring last year, but then when you get players like that, and Salah, of course, they will go through tough periods, but they got the quality to bounce through them, you know?
Every player goes on a drought. On a drought. Everyone, even the best players in the world do. But as you said, they got the quality there to come back, so they should be able to bounce back. Just got to find the right game and the right time.
Okay. Liverpool are doing well. I think they'll have the title, says QLD. I think Liverpool for the title, City for the Champions League. Bobby Beckford, stop with the insults, Weedy Weed. Weedy Weed, take your top off and punch yourself in the face for me to reveal myself. Not quite, but I tell you what, right? I'll be willing to take requests for certain things if we get any donations tonight, because we haven't had a donation for a few weeks. You know, it's all sort of dried up on that front. But then if we get a donation tonight, I'll be willing to maybe do or say a couple of things I probably shouldn't. So Paul Young, Taff, did Man City give us the gate receipt from the FA Cup? I don't know. And it might be a fact that they may have. I can't see any reason why they wouldn't, to be honest with you. But then I think it might be one of those things where they wouldn't want us to disclose it. So there's a chance that they may have, but they've asked for it to not be public knowledge. Luke Kainty, if you had to choose between Crofts, Labs, Dolan, who should try and keep Labadi straight away, but pray to freaking God that he has an injury-free season.
Yeah.
I think if we have adequate strength and conditioning at the club, we need to take full advantage of that and concentrate a lot on Labadi and keep him next year. I think Dolan may be on his way.
Yeah.
Crofts probably is on his way as well.
Yeah.
Tony, Liverpool were the first British team in history to make 100 million profit last season. So Liverpool are selling players as well as bringing them in. So yeah, they brought in Keita for 60 odd, Alisson for 60 odd, and Van Dijk for 75.
Yeah.
But
and
you know,
Salah for 40. Was it 40 mil?
About 35, I think it was for Salah.
So
you know, it just goes to show that Liverpool earn their money.
Yeah.
You know, they
look at the likes of we sold. Because how much did we bring Suarez in for? 25.
Yeah, something like that. Sold him for 75.
Look at Coutinho, bought him in for 12 and a half.
Yeah, sold him for 100 odd million.
You
know, so Liverpool are making the money as well. So you're going to say something then, Matt?
No.
So Megan Young, Cross has to go. He's off for the rest of the season anyway. Right. Okay. Then, but if he's out for the rest of the season, then
see, I told you he's a good player, but when would he be able to have his chance to get into our team with the midfield we've got?
Yeah.
As I said earlier.
Where's Moonhead? Yeah, where is Moonhead?
Don't know.
Don't care. Matt's here now. Moonhead's Kevin Moonhead. Weedy Weed, I love Taff. He's the reason Sunday night is enjoyable. Hey, look, I knew. How hard was that for you to type out? I bet you really hated every fucking second of typing that, didn't you, Weedy Weed? But I'll take it and thank you very much for it. H, does anyone know what happened to Baconson after halftime? I know he got subbed. Hopefully nothing bad has happened with him because at the end of the day, let me just pop this camera up a little bit. There we go. No. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, but Baconson, I hope everything's okay with him at the moment because he's still got a lot to offer, I think. I got a feeling that by the end of the season, he may be back on form. Rob Parsons, can you give me a what? I met Crofts the other week. I did as well at, Colchester, that was the one. Luke Henke, I despise Crofts. He's stolen a waste of space. I think that's a bit harsh, really. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's earned money this season from us and barely played, but I don't think it's his fault he's been injured, you know. I think from speaking to him, I've spoken to him a few times, and I really wanted him to, to sort of I got thrown off my train of thought then because the viewers just went down to 0 and then popped back up to 20. So yeah, sorry, I've completely lost my train of thought there. With Crofts, from where I've spoken to him, he wants to get on the pitch. He's frustrated that he's not playing. He's really, really frustrated that that he's injured at the moment.
Yeah.
So I don't think, it's so much he's stolen away. I think he's been a bit, unlucky. Bobby Beckford, Hammond is still top scorer in the FA Cup, 5. The only player left have 3 goals. He could get the FA Cup golden boot. Fucking hell.
Imagine
Yeah, and there's only each team that's left in it have only got 2 games left, if they are.
And are any of them in the running for the golden boot?
Hey, I tell you what, Podge could be taking that,
That'd be an achievement, though, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, that's a really good point, Bobby. Well done. That's a really, really good point to make. Tony, we need to keep the Bardi. He's the only midfielder who is a man and gets stuck in. Completely agree.
Yeah.
And Luke does as well, and so does Matt. If Flynn moves to a Championship Club or League One team next season, who should we get to replace him? Get a manager who knows the club or not? I think getting someone who knows the club would be a good shout because, since we did that, we ended up getting Michael Flynn. Yeah. We ended up turning Michael Flynn into the manager that he is now.
Could see Pipey if he doesn't have another season under him.
I think Pipey's more edged towards the fitness. I don't think he's much of a gaffer as much as he would be able to help the lads on the fitness side of things. Maybe it could be potentially a succession plan with Wayne Hatswell unless Flynn wanted to take him with him.
Yeah.
But I think next time we should look to maybe take a chance on someone. But to be honest, I don't want to think about Flynn going at the moment because we've got a good thing going with him. If the day comes, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It would depend who's available at the time as well. Tony, Man City have a 2-window ban now too, but can't remember why. Probably for the same thing. I think it's financial fair play with Man City, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're buying players, with money that they haven't earned. How much is a home season ticket? I've been to every home game, but I have to pay at the gate, so it's a lot more. Yeah, it's better to try and save your money up through the year, throughout the year, and buy a season ticket because it works out just over £10 a game then.
Yeah. I think it was 350.
I think
something like that.
No, I think I paid about £300 for my season ticket. I think it was £300 for my season ticket.
But that's as you said, it's still good going. It's £10 then a game then, so works out to be.
So Frios Firm thinks S4C is better than Sky Sports. If they spoke English properly, then maybe. But that jibber jabber. It's supposed to be the Welsh language. I would have liked to have learned it, but my school was shit, and I only ever had it once a fortnight. And all they did is get you to read stuff out of a textbook, and that was it. Although there was the one time I refused to do my work in that lesson because I had to read a thing about how Ryan Giggs is the best, and growing up as a Liverpool fan, you don't want to be saying stuff like that at all. No. So I refused to do it, and my teacher was like, "Oh, I can't believe that." I think, well, you obviously don't like football, then, do you? Well, no. I said, well, yeah. Well, you don't understand it. That's why you don't believe it. Yeah. They piss off you, bint. Just wash like you know what I mean. Alright, really, you're getting strange now, mate. Paul Dixon is in. Good evening, lads. Good result Friday night and a decent crowd, 3-1. Yeah, I think so for Friday night. Considering a lot of people would have wanted to save themselves for the next day because of the egg chasing. I think we got a good crowd in. But if we'd played the game on the day whilst the egg chasing was on, our crowd would have been a lot less than that. So it was a good show to get on to the Friday night. Marcus May, Mansfield Lincoln on Sky Sports tomorrow night. Yeah, I think I might watch that.
That'd be a good game.
Up until The Walking Dead comes on, because it doesn't matter, even if it's a good game between Mansfield and Lincoln, Walking Dead comes first, fuck 'em. Paul Dixon, good to see Bentosa back at Ronnie Parade. Yeah, nice guy Bentosa was as well. I would have him back tomorrow, a quality player. The thing that I liked about him is that he was a very versatile player as well. Yeah. Is he could play right back, centre midfield, defensive midfield, centre back.
He was all over the
perfect player to have in a squad. In a small squad like ours, perfect. Right, we talking nonsense again now. We'll leave him behind while we try and catch up. Danny Cayley at the game Friday night. I bet he went away with no worries after that game. Well, I think he wouldn't have had any worries about Cheltenham.
Yeah.
I think we played the more positive football, I think. But then I don't think we were all that good. No, Cheltenham's sending off was harsh, I think, as well. But
First half wasn't that good, but we improved a little bit in the second half, I thought.
Well, I'm thinking Kaylee must be coming up against Charlton before us,
Yeah.
because we don't play Lincoln until the latter part of April.
So,
So 2 weedy weeds in here. Jacob, NCAFC, I'm going to Cambridge and Yeovil. Good man. Get to all the away games. That's what we want. Lots of people on the away games. Luke County, are you worried there's no news on contract talk with players in the first team? I'm not worried, because I'm quite certain that we're going to be talking to players behind the scenes. So as and when they're ready to release information, it'll come out. If it gets to the well, basically the 1st of June is when teams in England can offer contracts to our players. So as long as, you know what I mean, it's March at the moment. If it comes to the end of towards the end of the season and we haven't done, then that's when I'm going to start worrying.
yeah.
27 if you win, 13 likes. If we can get these likes above 20, we'll carry on for the hour. How does that sound, guys? And also for those of you who are in, if you could share the link for this and try and get a few more people in, that'll be massively appreciated. Let's go out on the last 20 minutes with a bang, guys. So Nick Muller, our resident Ipswich fan, another bloody draw. I don't want to be negative, mate, but I think it's curtains for you guys.
Yeah.
Although the League One springboard, remember, I think I told you about this before. If you notice, the amount of teams that get relegated from the ex-Premier League teams who get relegated from the Championship use League One as a springboard, and a lot of the time they go from the League One directly back up into the Premier League. It's happened with Norwich, it's happened with Southampton, it's happened with Leicester, it's happened with Man City, it's happened with Wolves, yes, Wolves.
Because they went all the way
Very
down.
recently. I've got a funny feeling it's going to happen with Sunderland again. And 40,000 to watch League One. I tell you what, there's something going to go on at that club.
I thought Wigan were going to do it as well.
But I think Wigan and who's the other one? Leeds are the only ones who haven't, the only real ones who haven't done it. But Sheffield Wednesday is another one who went down there, and Nottingham Forest. But plenty of teams have gone down to League One and springboarded straight up into the Premier League. So I think Ipswich don't despair yet. Besides, it might be nice for you to have a season where you're actually winning games next season as well, so it might be worth dropping down. Marcus May, what do you make of Tyler Forbes? I was surprised to see Pipey get on ahead of him on Friday. I got a feeling Tyler Forbes is finished, along with Pipey as well. I think Pipey as a player is not going to be with us playing next season. He'll be a coach. Tyler Forbes, I think, will also move on. He's just not good enough as a defender.
When we play 4 at the back, that's when you can put Pipey in. I don't think he's quick enough to be as a wing back, Pipey. He's not quick enough to be a wing back.
So Bobby Beckford and Nottingham Forest cost me £143. So 5 out of 6. You had 5 out of 6, and Nottingham Forest were the ones that let you down. Well, Nottingham Forest let me down as well, but not the only one. They weren't the only ones. Okay, so Nasimul Islam. If you could bring one world-class player to Newport, who would you bring? Ooh, that's an interesting question. I mean, it's a very, very simple question, but it's one to make you think, because if you got the opportunity to bring just one, you wouldn't want to waste that player, would you?
No.
You want to make sure you don't want to have any regrets afterwards. It would have to be Ronaldo, wouldn't it? Or Messi.
Yeah.
One of them two. At least then, if you look at it, the thing is, if you look at it, you think Ronaldo, Messi, they're both coming towards the end of their career as well. And if you pick one, you think, I wish I had the other one actually now.
Do you know who could be a good one? Is Dybala.
Is he getting towards the end of him as well?
No,
I'd like to think we'd bring in someone younger who's got plenty of time ahead of them with big resale value as well.
Yeah.
That's the fucker. Mbappe is the one I would choose in that case. Mbappe would be the one. Because we could sell him on for 200 million one day.
1920, ain't he? So that'd be a good. That'd be an awesome investment.
Yep. So, right, is it Nasimul? I think if I'm getting it wrong, I apologise. Can I just call you Nasi? Nasi will do.
Yeah.
So Nasi, good question. I liked it. Weedy Weed is just rude. Tell me about it. Tony, Liverpool will clinch a title on the last day. City have their eyes on Champions League. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Paul Dixon, do you think the club will do an end of season presentation at Bar Amber? Normal practice is at Rodney Parade, as we're only tenants at RP Barham, 100% Newport County. I think it would be too small in Barham, but I don't think we could do
a
it
Neon.
properly. The Neon will be a very, very likely venue. That's a good point. That's a very, very good point. So feels firm. Weedy Weed is a certified lad. Oh, he's getting.
He's getting some friends on there.
He's getting. Oh, he's now. Weedy Weed. There's no need for homophobia, and QLD is a lass. QLD is a lass. You daft bastard. Oh dear, what is it you suffer from? I tell you what, right? I don't think there's a psychiatrist in the world who could answer that question, QLD, to be honest with you. Tony, one player you could bring into county who is either a young prospect or a League One, League Two player, realistic. Sammy Smodics. It's definitely Sammy Smodics, I think. I think he's that one creative spark who can score goals from midfield who we're missing at the moment.
Which we're lacking. Yeah.
Come on now, Weedy Weed. Let's stop harassing other viewers. You can harass me as much as you want, but leave the other viewers alone, especially the ladies, of course. We want to make the ladies feel welcome in this age of equality. Tony Merck, Flynn looked so stressed at the touchline against Cheltenham, didn't even celebrate the win or the goal. Maybe it was just a relief for him more than anything.
Yeah,
it was just
the goal went in.
It was just good to just get that win and keep us in with something of a shot at the playoffs. Weedy Weed 3. Good God.
There's 3 of them.
Fucking hell, guys. What the hell? Tony, Barry Town on a Friday night with S4C is way better than Liverpool versus United. Really? Oof. I don't know about that. I would quite fancy. I think I would fancy going to Liverpool versus Man United over Barry Town, but each to their own though, Tony. Eh?
Yeah.
Enjoy it, mate. Weedy Weed 4, for fuck's sake. Oh, no, it's 4 Weedy Weeds. The thing is, right, I can live with the fact there's 4 of you as long as you've all fucking subscribed.
Yeah.
As long as you all subscribe and you all like under Weedy Weed 1, 2, 3 and 4, I don't mind. Luke Hainty, what players would you be happy to be released in the summer? Forbes, well, obvious one. I think it's better to keep Townsend because Joe Day, I think, has been better this year. Don't start. We're talking about Joe Day later. I think we keep all of the defenders except for Forbes, as you say. Pipe, I think, will become a coach anyway. I think from the midfield, I wouldn't be too disappointed if Dolan went because as good a player as he is, I just don't think he's consistent enough.
Yeah. Same with Crofts.
Crofts will probably end up going anyway.
Yeah.
Sheehan, I hope we keep, although I don't think he's going to.
Yeah.
And who else from the midfield? Bennett, I want to keep.
Bennett, oh yeah, we got
to keep Bennett.
He can play midfield, defender. Yeah.
I think
so. We need him.
I don't think we'll be keeping Keanu Marsh-Brown as much as I don't think he's had much of an opportunity with us.
No, not really.
He's been sat on the bench the whole time and.
What about the long signings we got?
Kennedy, if he's available next season, I'd like to see us sign him because I know how good he is.
What about is it McCurdy?
McCurdy is from Villa. He'll go back to Villa. Baconson and go back to Bristol City, and so the loan sign and Paul obviously go back to Man United. So I don't think the loan signings are going to be much. I don't think we're going to keep hold of any of the loan signings except maybe Kennedy.
Yeah.
But I don't know, to be honest with you guys.
That's our one house.
Yeah. I don't think any of the forwards should go.
No. I think we should offer a contract to Aziz.
Yeah. Aziz, he's looked good.
He's looked good over the last couple of games.
Yeah. So let's have a look then. I pay £300 for the Hazel stand, so I think it's a bit less than I think it might have been £275 for mine in the Hazel Terrace. So you're a washing machine, what? Kitchen sink. Yeah, just keep going. So QLD, don't let Weedy Weed force you away. Stop with the channel, and just ignore the piss artist. Azza, do you think we could get Regan on a permanent deal? He'll never make it at United. He possibly wouldn't make it at United, but I think he'd make it at a championship team. So I don't think getting Regan Poole would be. We'd
only have a shout if we can get promoted. Maybe if we can get promoted, he might come down to us then.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Field Firm is getting involved. I would also like a sandwich, for fuck's sake, a meatball sandwich. Well, at least you know what you want. Chris, we are here in numbers. You will never stop us. Hashtag Allah. Good God.
Jesus.
Anyway. Jesus Christ, it's just Weedy Weed and QLD and Feels Firm.
Jesus.
I'm going to scroll through this now. Do you have an idea? Okay, so we are 70 subs away from 2,500, guys. So if you know anybody who would sub, 2,500 is a giveaway threshold, guys. So you guys are going to have to want this. The regulars are going to want a giveaway. And it is going to be something signed by the New Volcanic Squad. And if you want that, how about you go out and go and find us some subscribers. Go and get your mums, your dads, your brothers, your sisters, all your mates, your dogs, your cats, your goldfish.
Everyone.
Get them all. Yeah, get them all. Where do you see Newport in 5 years' time? Oh, first of all, Hugo Son, do you have any idea who Weedy Weed is in the Hazel? I don't, but if you'd like to come and introduce himself to me, I'll get my right hook ready. Nassi, where do you see Newport in 5 years' time? Potentially League One, if the ownership model changes correctly. Potentially League One, if we've got a stadium of our own by then as well, or at least an extended lease at Ronnie Parade. That's more financially viable for us.
But where would we go if we did have to get our own stadium?
We'd have to rely on the council for that one, I think.
That's what I mean, because we haven't really got many places over in Newport, have we? Except for Rodney Parade or Newport Stadium.
Paul Dixon, I've seen Twitter XLs89 selling NCFC merchandise. Do you know anything about them? As some of the designs are really good. I know done the designs, and that's one of our own lads, Jay Northall. But he's kind of distanced himself lately. I don't see as much of Jay as I'd like to. He's done a lot of good work for us, fair play. So I wish him all the best in his new little enterprise. As long as you all sub, I'm happy. My thoughts exactly, Mr. Ball. Yeah, Weedy Weeds, you can have 20 Weedy Weeds if you want.
Yeah.
Or Weedy Weed 5 is in and has subscribed. So 5 Weedy Weeds means more subscribers. It's brilliant. I love it. That's the only good thing about more Weedy Weeds. It means more subscribers. It's good. So
Keep
Tony, pardon me. Do you think Flynn is actually thinking about playoffs? I don't think so, no. Or do you think he's getting ready for next season? Possibly getting ready for next season, I think.
Yeah, and I think the playoffs will just be an added bonus.
Playoffs, yeah, I think it's a matter of take each game at a time.
Yeah.
And if we end up in the playoffs, happy days. If we don't, then at least you're thinking about next season.
Yeah.
You're getting ready for it, you know. So Shemima Begum has come on and said AIDS. Shemima Begum.
Okay.
There's so many things I could say right now, but then it would end up getting me a YouTube ban, and the snowflakes would start crying. So Shemima Begum, yeah, she is begging them, isn't she?
Yeah.
The bitch. ISIS cow. Sorry. Well, let's keep it light-hearted, lads. Family show. That's correct, except for the fucks and shits that come from me. Tony Merck. Jesus effing Christ, 5 Weedy Weeds has to be in Newport and all. Well, yeah, there's a lot of weed around here, so Weedy Weeds, yes. Why doesn't Townsend play? He's much better than Day. Day is crap, isn't even Welsh League One quality. Matthew, what have you done?
There you go. You're not the only one.
Are you a Matthew in league now? You've brought it up now. It's time for me and Matthew to have our Day debate. I think Day's the best one of the best goalkeepers in the league.
No chance. I give you one thing that he's good at. That's shot stopping. That is it. I will say he is the best shot stopper in our league.
There you go. That's all I wanted you to say.
That's all I give him. He's shit at catching, shit at kicking, shit at demanding his area. He doesn't know what to do when he does come in. He doesn't know whether to punch it, catch it, or what.
But would you not agree that he's improved? every season he improves on all of that. I think he catches the ball really well, especially during the FA Cup run. He did it a lot of times. And that's the one thing I look at is where players are improving. And I've got to be fair, I think that's one of the things he's improved on the most is his shortcomings. The kicking could still be better,
Yeah.
but I think his kicking is better than Townsend's.
I don't.
I still think
At
his
least
kicking.
Townsend get kicked in the straight line.
Townsend's kicking was worse than Dave's, mind.
That's it.
I remember
I don't think-
Townsend played against Middlesbrough and his kicking was shambolic, mate. But everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You could go-
If we
you
all
could go
thought
all
the
day.
same things, then it would be a very, very boring world indeed.
Yeah, true.
Feels firm. Would join the Weedy Weed clan, but YouTube won't let me change my name. So you create a brand new account and subscribe with that account and be Weedy Weed 20. Because
Yeah.
by the time you go ahead and do that, he would have built an army near enough by then. Chris, what's your opinion on the Weedy Weed clan? I don't think much of it. If I'm being honest, but as long as the Weedy Weed clan is subscribing and not upsetting other viewers, then
Happy to have him.
yeah, then fill your fucking boots, mate. Luke County, realistic friendlies in the summer. I can't understand playing Undy and Caldecott. Why don't we play Cumbran, Barry, Merthyr, and a championship team? Maybe the club losing so much money. We should play clubs in areas where we potentially could find more supporters.
Yeah.
So up in the valleys, we should play a few Welsh League clubs from up in the valleys, like around the Blackwood, Newbridge, Aberystwyth,
Yeah.
Blanavon areas. Bargoed, Tredegar.
Yeah.
Somewhere in amongst all that kind of area that's going to pull crowds in because it's up in the valleys is a more simple place than the likes of Newport. There's a lot going on. If you put on a football league team playing one of your local teams, it's going to draw crowds in.
You can be like, ooh, let's
Let's go and watch that.
Like a new pot, you get
Yeah.
that.
And then we can market our club while we're there. There you go. Did you know they only cost X amount on bus number blah 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 from here to there to come down to watch Newport County? Football league football just down the road from you. Give us a go.
And that's the thing, and if we could take some fans down here with us
Yeah.
and get us up and get us
Yeah.
singing and chanting, they might
And
think,
then-
hang on a minute, look at them lot over there.
Yeah.
Could be
Exactly.
let's go join them.
And then if you're looking at it, then right, we play them teams. We tell them, oh, by the way, we're playing this championship team and this championship team at Ronnie Parade. Should come down to at least one of them. They come down, enjoy it, fans. Then
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
There you go.
We make your channel the thing it is. Well, our numbers have dropped and it's shit at the moment. So you've made it shit. Thank you, Weedy Weed. No, it's not. I love my channel. Our channel. Sorry, Mr. Ball. Our channel. I love this channel. If the Weedy Weeds could go find 12 subs each, we could run a giveaway. There you go. Weedy Weeds, you could be the giveaway. You could initiate the giveaway. You could initiate the giveaway. You wouldn't win it, but you could initiate it. Even Christopher Ball is saying on the weeds. Jesus wept. There is 2,842 of us.
Get them all in then.
Well,
Get them all on you.
yeah. Well, go on in. Get them all to subscribe as well.
Yeah, do it.
Don't forget sub to Pewds, sub to Amber Army. Good man, Tony. Luke County has just donated £1.99. Hey, Luke, you are an absolute diamond. Thank you, mate. Family show. We are a family show, except that when I say fucking bollocks. Luke County officially the owner of this chat. So Weedy Weed, everything that you've done has just been completely voided in the fact that Luke County has just donated £1.99 to us.
Yeah.
Luke, you are a legend. Weedy Weed, you are now irrelevant. Weedy Weed 232 is here. Weedy Weed, let me be admin. Oh my god, yeah. Let me be Prime Minister. I don't see the weeds dropping a pound. Come on, boys. We don't profit. Come on. That's it, Ball. Mr. Ball, do it. We don't give money to peasants. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, like I know, is it? I don't need your money anyway. No. Fuck off.
Keep it.
Will Randall yet to play. He came on as a sub, though, at Colchester. You think he'll stay beyond the season or be a big part of a playoff push? We'll have to wait and see, to be honest with you. Weedy Army. Good God. You're starting a bit of a trend now, aren't you, Weedy Weed? You're skint. Oh, I could have guessed that, mate. Obviously, nothing better to do on a Sunday night than come and disrupt a YouTube chat. You know, why aren't you out with your mates? Oh, you probably haven't got any. That's what it is. Weedy Weed 232. Meet me beyond Morrison's. I'll give you a pound of weed. What, for free? There you mate. CJB mate, I'm from ISIS. I wouldn't mess. CJB is from ISIS. No, CJB isn't from ISIS, but Shemima Begum's from ISIS. Shemima, and I've already told you, get the fuck out. You know, you ISIS cow.
Yep. Don't want you here.
Cubby's a fraud. He's trying to scam us. Who's a fraud? Not me. Shemima Begum. I know it. I know it's mental, isn't it? I'm trying to hold back. My filter is initiating at the moment because I know I'm live on camera at the moment, but I could say so much stuff that could get me in a lot of trouble right now. Drop us $1 Syrian for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's it. ISIS are about to have some money. Drop it into us. I don't mind taking their money, but we just hit our hour, guys. For fuck's sake. Oh shit. Will you drop something else if you want? There's a fucking picture of a bomb. That's just fucking wrong, guys. Come on.
Oh, jeez.
Joe Day is the best in League 2. Boom.
Nah.
Boom.
No.
He saved like 3 pens this season too. So yeah, we're back on to Joe Day here. Weedy Weed 69. No, that's a good number.
Like that number.
We would have gone out to the FA Cup with Wrexham's Day wasn't in goal. Good shite. Good shite. 2 of the top scorers in the FA Cup playing League 1 and League 2 are Irish. Podge will get golden boot. Need to sign him up on a career-long contract. Bang on. We are putting you on the map. No, you're not. You're giving me a fucking headache.
Oh, yeah.
CJB 2,500 secret giveaway. So 2,500 subs and it is a giveaway, guys. The last giveaway, someone got a signed shirt.
Oh.
You know. So something to think about, guys. Let's get the subscribers up. So glad we got Aziz. Never stops running and has a good link up with Jammer.
Yeah.
Willing to put his body on the line and plays for the badge.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Aziz is a steal. Yep, looking very much like it. Friel's Firm, I play up in Newbridge. Do you understand what I mean by that, though, Friel's Firm? How many people would turn up, you know, if Newport County were playing a local Welsh League club up there? And then how many people, if we marketed the club whilst the game was on, would maybe give Newport County a chance from up there? You know what I mean? Right, and do they do coaches to every away game when you can buy a ticket? Yes, they do. The supporters club go to every single game. And then obviously you've got the Riverside Tavern buses that tend to go, and the Cross Keys bus tends to go to most of them as well. So Shemima Begum, and then now finally Osama bin Laden back from the grave to come and piss me off a little bit more. Osama. Tony, Weedy Weed may save our channel and club. Weedy Weed.
Only if he donated, he would.
Weedy Weed may give me a fucking brain tumour one day. Fucking hell. Oh my god. So we got Shemima Begum calling Osama bin Laden the greatest of all time. This is a fucking new low for this channel, guys. This is, but as long as it's funny, guys. As long as it's funny. So Osama bin Laden is, so it's the Weedy Weed army is fucking Al Qaeda. Jesus wept. So Tony has just donated £2.
Oh, thank you.
Weed going down. Come on, Weed, show us the money. If you got no money, you've got no relevance. Do you understand that? Chris Paul, no idea how the deceased Osama bin Laden came in the chat, but I hope he subs. I mean, fucking hell, we've watched enough of your videos, Osama. You can watch some of fucking mine now, you bastard. Ryan G, hi Taff. What's your thoughts on Unai Emery? First of all, I think he's a cracking manager. I think Arsenal have done good to get him. Only one league defeat for us at the Emirates. That was on match day 1, home to Man City. We're 12 points better off as well at this stage from last season. So he's improved you guys. So Unai Emery, cracking manager.
He's brought in as well.
He's got to sort out that defence and replace Aaron Ramsey, and you may have a shot next season. Get Tony, tell the Weeds lot. Shiv, alright lads, saw your FA Cup draw live stream earlier. What you thinking about each team left and the matchups made? I think the matchups have worked out perfectly because I think Wolves I think Man City were going to beat whoever they played in the semi-final, right? So Brighton, possibly the weaker of all the teams in the last four.
Yeah.
Man City will knock them out and get the final. Then the showdown between Watford and Wolves is going to be an epic one.
I could see
Two
Wolves just edging that.
Wolves might
Maybe.
just edge
Yeah.
it, but Watford are doing very well this year. Wolves are doing very well in the Premier League this year. So we're talking about two of the Premier League's biggest overachievers facing off for a place in the FA Cup final to take on the champions. I think it's going to be it's an epic. It's been an epic FA Cup. Great shocks right throughout. So I think people love the FA Cup again now. You know.
Just imagine if one of them could pull an upset off and actually win it. That would be pretty amazing.
So yeah, great question, Shiv. I hope you enjoyed the answer. Jake Ball, Huddersfield fan, was 3-1 up to West Ham and lost 4-3. At least we scored 3 goals. Well, it's glad that you're seeing it with a glass half full attitude, Jake.
Yeah.
You know, because at the moment, I mean, it looks like you and Fulham are goners. But what I would have done is not sack David Wagner. I wouldn't have sacked him because if you'd gone down with him, at least you got someone who knows how to get promoted from the Championship as your manager. The guy you got now hasn't done it before. You know what I mean? Luke County, would you rather Bristol Rovers or Wrexham in League 2 next season? Wrexham.
Yeah.
I want that Welsh derby back. There's a lot more hatred and spite in it with us, especially because now we've mugged them off in the FA Cup as well as the playoffs.
They're not going to like that.
I said Osama bin Laden's kicking off with Chris Ball. I mean, Osama, did you actually subscribe like he said? Shemima, you're staying in ISIS because your visa's in crisis. That's freaking brilliant. Fair play, QLD. I love it.
That's a good one.
So, QLD, say that again, and your dad will have more balls. Right. Freaking hell! I thought you Afghanistanians, you know, were a bit freaky, but fucking hell, but taking people's balls—that's a bit below the belt. Some of the lads on my team went down for the big games, but a lot of them support teams like Cardiff and Swansea. Would be good to get them down here to a more local team. Bang on, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Put a presence in there, show them Newport County at its finest, you know. Is it? My M7s are from Newport. Be careful what you say. I know you meant to say mates, but it's M7s as far as I'm concerned. Visa declining because she went ISIS. That's it. We are literally gaining new subs. No, and it's good. And because the chat is so interesting, it's making people want to give us their money as well. And we've gone 6 minutes above an hour. It's the longest we've ever done one for. So Matt the noob is here for the greatest stream of all time. The greatest Taff live of all time. You know, even though the numbers haven't been great, we've maintained over 20, which is great. Just sent 4 subs your way. Good man. There we go. Donations. We got donations. We got subs. So 2,500 incoming then. Absolutely.
There you go.
Let's get it by next week. If we get 2,500 by next week, giveaway is on. Guys, get it done. Who should I get on the back of my County shirt? Taff. CJB 69.
69, there you go.
CJB, don't forget all more creators on this channel than just Taff. Don't forget to check their videos out. Exactly, we got loads of good stuff on you guys, and the more you watch, the more money you make us as well. So you don't even have to donate. You just got to put some activity on the channel. Tony, Shemima Begum should come down County. See how long you last. Oh, I'm dying to say longer than her baby, but that's bad. I just said it as well. That's the thing. Oh,
Jesus.
How many is that now? 3? Come on, you're worse than the McCanns. Oh shit! Oh, it's getting rough now. It's getting rough. It's getting rough now. Oh no, I'm gonna get myself in a lot of trouble. We've got Adolf Hitler now. Fuck me. So we got some of the worst people ever in our chat right now. It's getting worse. It's getting freaking worse. So I'm just gonna right then now. A proper question now. Thank you, Luke County. Thoughts on Checkatrade Trophy final near on 60,000 tickets sold for final Pompey versus Sunderland. That'll end up filling. That'll fill. That will fill out.
Yeah, that'll be a sellout.
That'll be a sellout, and I can't believe a Checkatrade Trophy final will sell out. That's freaking unreal.
Look at the names you got in there, though.
Yeah,
Look at the name
Pompey and Sunderland, and they got the support behind them, haven't they?
That's the thing.
Unbelievable, that is.
That's
But the
mad.
Secretary Trophy should be binned, not so much binned, but changed back and get rid of all the under-23 teams.
Yeah, because that's just wrong, that is. Just go back to how it was.
So, Osama bin Laden, Taff, opinions on me coming out of retirement. I mean, fucking hell, you gone full on Jesus on us now and actually come back from the freaking dead. I mean, such some yank shot you in the face, for fuck's sake. Tony, come on, Weedy Weed, or ISIS. If you donate, we'll start the change.org to make you admin. Yeah, change.org. I mean, it won't work, but we'll make some money out of you first, like, you know, before we tell you to fuck off. Right, hey, I'm off free for business meeting next week. Jesus, what? Oh. I'm a feminist, don't assume my gender. Oh yeah, you're a feminist, an ISIS feminist. That's like the biggest contradiction in the world, like, you know. If Maddie McCann comes next time, fucking hell, you know exactly what's coming, eh, Tony? Oh my god. I mean, what would be even funnier is if someone's asking if they are. So, am I Maddie McCann? So I get McCann to join. Yeah, I'm just waiting. Big shout out to Swansea City for performance against Man City. They gave it a real go, and I think they got robbed as well.
Yeah.
Do you back Sarri? I do, but I don't think he's getting the backing. I don't think he's going to get a backing. No, I would, but no. Well, Maddie McCann, if she subs, no sub equals ban. Yeah, Madeline McCann is in. Oh, guys, you've made this. It's a high point and a low point for the channel.
Guys, I'm back.
Guys, I'm back. Long time no see.
Where have you been?
Aye, what's happened? I mean, are you ready to tell your mum and dad that they're grandparents yet? Hey, Madeline, how's that? Fucking hell. Oh, Osama bin Laden saying, hey, Madeline, it's my fucking basement. I'm gone. I'm dead. I'm fucking done, guys. That's it. I'm done. I'm gone. Fuck me. This is fucking messed up. This is the most messed up of the most funniest thing I've ever seen. I mean, guys, I mean, the fact we've only got $3.99 out of this chat, you know, with the comical fucking value on it, Jesus, wet. But we've got Adolf Hitler, Madeline McCann, Shemima Begum, and Osama bin Laden all having a fucking party. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god, this is absolutely fucked up. This is, guys. This is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. Well, not the most. I've seen some fucked up things. This is the most fucked up thing I've ever been part of. But guys, I think it's time to end on a high. We've gone 11 minutes over. All in the same stream. We are so lucky to be here at the Amber Army. Oh, absolutely. We're so lucky. We're so lucky that we've had possibly the most politically incorrect stream in the history of YouTube. Hey, but it's been funny. It's all been a good laugh, and I hope people who do watch this back will take this as just the joke that it is. Of course, you know. I mean, Jesus wept. It's like a fucked up episode of The Simpsons. This is in it like a fucked up Family Guy cutaway, like, you know. This is messed up, guys. And just to end it, we got Upper Taff from I Touch Children. I mean, I know Adam Johnson was being let out of prison early, but fuck me, you know, was he already out?
Now, is he?
Adam Johnson.
You know.
Right then. So next week we want to get back to the football, guys. I mean, this week should be a one-off. It's been funny. I don't think it would have the same effect next time.
Yeah.
But guys, it's time to cut this chat now. Thank you all for joining, and thank you for making it a funny one. Weedy Weed, you donated 0 pence, which makes you irrelevant. Yeah. But for Tony and Luke, thank you very much for your donations. And for those of you who watched, thank you very much. But Allah, for fuck's sake, fuck off. Bin Laden, piss off. Madeline McCann, I won't be back.
Why not?
Parents fancy popping out for dinner, that's why. Yeah, it's been a great laugh. My mum's grinding me for 10 years. Oh, grinding me for 10 years. Oh, I mean, so the rumours are true then. You got topped off by your mum and they buried you at the back of the resort. Fucking hell, this is messed up. This is bad stuff, guys. start a live stream. Someone else is going to start a live stream, and I'm watching it. I'm going to be a watcher this time. Have a good week, everybody. I'll see you all again next Sunday, same time, same place. Someone will even seek. Fuck's sake. This is fucking amazing. And I don't want to turn this off because it's just sheer gold coming through. Sheer gold. I mean, I can't get back to my basement. I mean, fucking hell. Are you sure it's Bin Laden's basement or is the Fritzl family back or what?
Jesus.
Keep going. No, I can't keep going. It's too freaking late and I'm tired. I've done 2 live streams today. I've done over 2 hours. Stay fat, man. We love you. Well, it's not like he's lying, is it? You know. Oh fucking hell! All right, right. This time, 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Jesus.
1 hour and 15 minutes. Good God. Oh, this is fucked up. This is so fucked up. Taff would go up on you. You're dead. Piss off. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
1 hour, 15 minutes, and I think we've done enough. Thanks all for joining. We'll see you.